Oda, Oda-san, I don't know what to say. You just keep surprising us. Is there nothing you can do that will not surprise us, man? Just insane. How you doing, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeek Mixer here, bringing you guys another review on the One Piece chapters. Now, like last week, or actually 2 weeks ago, I didn't get to the chapter 919 because things were in the way and stuff. So, just like blah. I'm sorry, guys. Look, let's just say that I am just blown away by what I read these last 2 weeks. And it's just great to do a double chapter review of this one because let me just tell you, first, with 919, I was able to get it. I was able to get what that was. The ending, man, did that shock me. I mean, seriously. But with chapter 920, I had to read that a couple of times to try to get my head around it because my head was still wrapping around chapter 919 with the reveal on that. I mean, seriously. Whoa. But let's just get right into it. So in 919, it started off with showing a little aftermath of what Luffy did in 918 and giving those poor people all the good food and beverages for them since they could barely stay alive and stuff. And now that they have it, they're all good and healthy, and they feel gratitude to Luffy. And Law being like, we're pirates, doing good things is so revolting. But on the record, no, Luffy did steal it, so he was technically doing his pirate thing. But on the side of being selfish and not giving, and just giving it out like that for free without having any like money to get from it and stuff. Yeah, I get the Law's point. After all, pirates don't do anything for selfless reasons. But one thing we always gotta remember about Luffy is that, oh, he's selfish in some aspects and another. Just maybe not in some of the aspects that other pirates would expect from a pirate. But in either case, after that, Otama, along with Speed, went off back to her grandpa. While Luffy was still wanting to keep that sword, and Zoro is still just wanting to take a look at that sword. And no doubt he will. This is all pointing to Zoro's gonna have that sword on him soon. Whether that also means he'll still have Roman sword? I think I said that right. Yeah, it's been a long time since I last ever looked up on that guy, but Ronin, or whatever. Yeah, the guy who Zoro fought over in Thaler Bark. Yeah, I would like to hope he could still have that sword, but if not, we got a good replacement, the one that Luffy's carrying. But yeah, that'll be good. And let me just first say, it is great to have Law and Luffy back talking and conversing again. And I'll get more into that when I get to the ending of chapter 919. But either case, also here we learned that the Shogun Orochi, who is in alliance with Kaido, of course we already knew this, but it seems there is more deeperness than we thought here. He is actually considered a hero. Yes, he is actually considered a hero. So, from the sounds of things, it sounds like Wano Country is kind of similar to what happened in Dressrosa. But the fact is, this happened a decade more ago. And in all that time, Wano has been told of a story and a lie by the Shogun Orochi, and the fact that he was the hero and that Odin-san was the villain and that he perished that villain. Yeah, but it was during that time we're also introduced to someone named Kishiro Inamori. I believe I named that right? Probably not, and I'm sorry. My Japanese is a little rusty. Or who am I kidding? I can only say a few words in Japanese, but with names, I work through them. But he seems while he may be drunk, he's actually saying some things very interesting. He's actually talking about how there's a prophecy about 9 samurai who will not only beat Kaido and Orochi, but will open the doors, the borders of Wano again. So it sounds like Wano was actually an open border before it became a closed border. Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure they name dropped that here and there back in when they were showing the Reverie arc and working their way to the Wano Country arc. Yeah. So, in any case, we keep going on. Kiku goes along with Luffy, Law, and Zoro on that dog and head over to the ruins where we were thinking, are these guys ghosts and everything to the graves? And then somehow Kiku seems to be keeping secrets. What's going on here? I guess we're about to find out here, because once Luffy gets there, he and Law have their usual bantering, with Luffy being like, what? Have we been looking at ghosts here? Yeah, he's jumping to conclusions before Law can really explain things, especially when he says Kinemon can only come out at night. He's not talking about in that sense. He was just talking about Kinemon having diary, and he just had to keep on, going back and forth to the bathroom and stuff. But when Kinemon finally comes out, it seems Kiku knows him. Also, Momo's finally back in the Wano country. No doubt that means that those minks he was with are back too. And it seems Kiku also knows Momo. That's interesting. And what's more, Luffy's back with the Sanji retrieval team. They're all back together. Yippee! Now we just got to get the rest of the crew back together. Which, yeah, I actually forgot to mention, when that guy, Kashiro, was talking about this prophecy, Robin, who's still being undercover and dancing as a dance girl, was hearing about this prophecy. Yeah. But then the juicy part comes at 9:19 that made me just go explode. It made me explode. These guys, Momo, Kiku, Kinemon, Razu, and Kanjiro, are all from the past? What's going on? Whoa. Can you guys blame me for needing to wrap my head around that? That just blew my mind. And then finally getting into chapter 920 is where we finally get everything brought together with how the Straw Hats came to meet these guys and befriend them. So it turns out Oden's castle, which is where the graves of Momo and all them are at, it was actually once called Curry Castle. They named it Oden's Castle in honor of everything Oden-san had done for them. Oden-san, who was the son of a guy named Kozuki Sukiyaki? Yeah, his father wasn't all that nice and everything, and back in Wano country, when he was king and stuff, some parts of Wano was a lawless place. In other words, Kiku Village, which was actually like that at first. It was a lawless place. No law or order. People would just be savages and just be on a killing spree, blood just flailing everywhere, until Oden came into the picture and defeated this strongest warrior named Boy Ashira. And after beating this guy, he rebuilt Hiku Town into a great paradise plantation where people could connect in all sorts of other ways. He actually was able to make connections all over the Wano country island. And then no doubt in that time also, they were open. Wano country was an open country, which was name dropped in the last chapter about that. So that's also where we're introduced back to Duke. Duke Inarashi, I believe I spelled that name right. The dog mink from the Zo arc. We're introduced to him. He seems to be on a beach, and he's reminiscing about when he and Nikamurashi, I believe, the cat mink I'm talking about, yeah, they washed up to Wano a long time ago, and some people in Wano looked at them as freaks, but Odin did not. He actually liked them. He liked them and made them feel welcome, which explains why those two have such gratitude to the Odin clan, or better yet, the Kazuki clan. Yeah, let me say Kazuki clan from now on. Either case, but yeah. Also, we're also then explained about how such a great guy he was, and the Straw Hats are all happy and smiling until they were told the story about the downfall, which we, the readers, didn't get to hear. That's most likely because we're going to have a flashback of that. No doubt Oda's going to be making a flashback of what happened 20 years ago in real detail here, where we'll really get to know Odin Kazuki and his wife, named Lady Toki. Yeah, Lady Toki. And we also discover that Momonosuke also had a sister named Lady Hiyori. The readers weren't told the very details of it. Yeah, the very details of what happened, but we were told of what the aftermath was. And the aftermath was this. Lady Toki, the wife of Odin Kazuki, it seems there's a rumor that she comes from the past. And why she come from the past? How does she come from the ancient past? Well, it turns out she may have devil fruit powers that allow her to travel through time. And the fact that she has that power, she used that power to take Kiku, Kinemon, Momonosuke, and Kanjuro and Razu to the future. Yeah, they take them to the future, where there they see what has happened. Kaidou and Orochi, who overthrew them, turned the Soul Paradise Island into a now partial wasteland and part other place. In other words, it's like a pirate island, where if you want to be able to survive, you're going to have to benefit from it. But in a more Trinity pirate sort of sense thing, along with the Shogun Orochi. Yeah. But also there, they also, those five from the past also found they had allies. And we were given name drops of some people who could be part of this rebels group. Now, we were introduced to another person here who wasn't the one who was name dropped a few times. This guy named Jubimon, I think that's how I spelled it. I'm sorry, guys. But either way, these guys all have moon crests on their ankle to show they're part of the rebellion. And with that, knowing that they had allies, they decided to also go out to sea, which is how we soon learned of how Razu, Kanjuro, Kinemon, and Momonosuke came to be running into the Straw Hats. And it turns out Kiku stayed so she could gather more intel on what's been going on. And this is where we're finally introduced to the fact that in 2 weeks' time, the entire Alliance and Rebel forces are going to attack Kaidou and Orochi, and finally, a war shall begin. No doubt a war is going to begin. Even Kinemon doesn't want it to happen. It's pretty clear. There's going to be a war here. And this war is going to be bigger than anything. After all, Oda did say this war will be bigger than Marineford. And no doubt there are some things that the rebels don't know about Kaidou and Orochi. They're no doubt they know some things, and hey, have a few secret weapons of their own. But either case, hey, that's it for this review on the chapters, the two chapters of 919 and 920. And if you guys liked anything I had to say, click that like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys want to leave your comments and thoughts down below on these past two chapters, then put them in the comment section down below. And until then, I am MegaGeek Mixer, and I will see you all again next time. Until then, bye!